Okay, so like always, I like to record my videos in Afrikaans as well as in English. I've watched and followed a few very successful vloggers and all the tips they have. And one of them is to have the perfect background. And I'm sure this piece of curtain and, that's not the perfect background. But today's topic is especially about imperfections. I think sometimes we like to show the perfections we have, the things we're very good at, and we tend to shy away from the things we're struggling with. But I think at the end, what makes us human is those imperfections. And especially now, let me just share this. In the beginning, I was very nervous on recording all my vlogs in English, because if you put me on the spot, or even if I have to pray in a group and it has to be in English, then I'm like, then I really sound bad. And I always had a mental block about English. And I think it was somehow the way I was educated when I was younger. English wasn't this language we heard, and we've just learned how to, what to say and how to say things, just by hearing and then learning how to talk. I mean, if I'm listening to my youngest, who's 8, and the way he is reading and speaking English, I'm just like, I can't believe it. And I think I've always been, if you have your tenses is like this, and that's the way you have to do it. And I always had a teacher when I was, I don't know if she's still alive, but I'd rather not say her surname, but I had this teacher, a very old teacher, and she had this shoes on, which all the older people worn when they were getting older, and when she talked, I was looking more at her feet than looking at at other things. And she always had this way of just like, I don't know if it's the right word, like crunching her toes or something. And so English was always this mental block in my head, something I thought I couldn't do. But I knew that if I want to do vlogs and to be successful and have followers, it needs to be in English. I mean, the first vlog I did, I actually wanted to delete that one, because first of all, I was in so much pain because of my back, and then secondly, it was like the first one. I tried to do it perfectly, so I recorded it like 9 times. I was so irritated by that by the time I took the final take. And even now, I don't do editing. It's like, okay, I'm recording this, and then this is going on YouTube. So I still need to to learn how to edit. But anyway, but then I also realized that it's important for us to share our imperfections, because people sometimes think that they need to be perfect because everyone seems to be perfect. I mean, my face, you won't be able to see that, it doesn't look that bad because I have like 2 layers of foundation on. But I mean, all our women, when we go through our what's the word again? With our pills, voorbehoedmiddels. Anyway, the pill that we had to drink, we like, when we get to a certain pill, then we just like, okay, the hormones is gonna kick in. This is gonna be like a yucky week, and then it's like my yucky week now. And I think that when I was at school, I never had this bad facial problems, or with pimples and everything. Oh my, but I think I got the double whammy now. And I also think I'm not used to it. So anyway, but and then when people would ask me when I don't look like this, it's not that yucky week, and then they would always ask me, yeah, do you always look like this? Yo, I think you're one of those people, you're just always pretty. And then I'm like, no, I put on foundation, I put on blusher, I put everything on. It has always been very important to me to really dress up, especially for my husband. And if we're going out and he's not saying or telling me like, oh, you just look so sexy today or tonight, or you look stunning, then I'm like, okay, so how do I look? Because I did this just for you. Or even going to friends. I know that when we met our first friends, or had our first invite to friends in the Western Cape, again, I just totally dressed up, and my friend was there, and she was like just in this laid back clothes, and when she came out, she's like, you dressed up? And then I'm like, yes. I always do it. so anyway, but I think, and even now, laying here for 3 weeks, being irritated, be hungry the whole time, irritated. If I want something, if I want something done, I need to call my kids, and if they don't hear me, I have to call like 4 times. So then you just get more irritated, and you're just so tired that just standing up and doing it yourself is like, like earlier, the wind was blowing outside, like this was like the Western Cape wind blowing, and the thing, you see, now I struggle again, but the thing you put your clothes on so that it can dry, it like nearly fell over, so it needed to be picked up. So, and I was like calling and no one is coming, and I'm like, okay, I have to do it now myself. So I think being imperfect is okay. that makes us human. I think striving to give you, to do your best or give your best, or again, people will say, so is it that important to me to, look like, I look like my face is like everything is perfect? No, it's not like that important, but it is important to me. The way I look is also the way I'm gonna feel. And I had that vlog last week when I said that when I was admitted to hospital, bringing my makeup to the hospital was like on top of my list. Because just by putting on makeup and really do something with your hair, if you have the energy, then at least you feel a little bit better. I mean, my hair is just like, I think my sister will die if she saw my hair now. I don't know when I washed my hair, but it wasn't in the past 2 days. I'm gonna actually have my highlights in when we're going to Pretoria next week, and then it's going to be more than 7 months later. Again, always something to be grateful for. Luckily, I'm getting grey. I don't have my mom's genes regarding this. So being grey makes it, especially when it's washed, makes it actually look like I came out of the salon. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that you can look past your imperfections, and if you have them, enjoy them. You don't have to share them on YouTube, but always have grace with yourself. I struggle with it, and I'm sure there's some of you struggling as well. God bless.